rise for the playing of the country's national anthem.
And it's time for baseball here at Alabama State University. Welcome into Wheeler-Watkins Baseball Complex on the campus of Alabama State. Tonight, it's the Alabama A&M Bulldogs taking on the Hornets of Alabama State. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Graham Dunn. Glad you're with us on what is an overcast night, rather humid, but this is a big weekend for Alabama State for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, they have a chance to clinch the SWAC regular season title. They'll probably need 2 wins to do it, but a win tonight and a win possibly on Saturday or Sunday should take care of that. Also, it's going to be Senior Day on Sunday, which we will be broadcasting to you here prior to the 1 o'clock start of the game on Sunday. So a lot going on, but more importantly, it's a chance for Alabama State to take care of the business. They come into the game and into tonight's game with a 34-15 record, 21-3 in conference play. That is 4.5 games better in the division than second place Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman comes in at 16-7. They actually have played 1 less game than Alabama State. Florida A&M, which was in first place, which came here a couple of weekends ago, 3 weekends ago to be precise, was tied with Alabama State for the division lead, and now they are 5 games out. Any combination of a win for Alabama State this weekend or a loss by Florida A&M will eliminate the Rattlers from division competition. Now, the big deal, though, is the tournament, which will take place in 2 weeks. Alabama State is in a great spot to be the top seed overall in that tournament, which will be played at Georgia Tech in Atlanta. But you want to go in as the top seed. You would play the number 4 seed out of the other division, which in this case, at least right now, is Prairie View A&M. Actually, they're tied with Southern at the moment. So one or the other would play A&M, and actually that division, there are 4 teams in contention that could end up winning the East. Grambling currently leads at 18-5. That's just 4 games better, though, than Southern and A&M, who have the other top records in the West. Here's how they'll line up. First for Alabama A&M, a record of 12-30, only 3-20 in the SWAC. Chandler Stockey will lead off. He's the second baseman, followed by Jalen Ford, the designated hitter. Tommy Easley is the third baseman, batting third. Blake Martin batting fourth, the first baseman. Bryson Hammonds is the left fielder, batting fifth. Jalen Parker is the number 6 hitter, playing right field. C.J. Mervelis is the shortstop, batting seventh. Jared Tribbett is the catcher, batting eighth. Chevalier Doris is the number 9 hitter. He is the center fielder. Their starting pitcher, Tyler Campbell, we'll tell you about him in the bottom half of the inning. And, of course, on the mound on the Friday night start, as he normally gets, is Omar Melendez, who actually pitched in relief on Tuesday night against UAB. First time he did that. This is his 13th game to start. He's 11-0. And first batter up is Stocking, who hits a fly ball to left. Jack Hayes got it right at the foul line for the first out.
Next up at bat for the Bulldogs, designated hitter number 7, Jalen
So
Ford.
Stocking, Ford, and Easley, Martin, Hammonds, Parker, Mervelis, Tribbett, and Doris, your starting 9 for Alabama A&M under head coach Elliott Jones in his 3rd season. Melendez is leading this league in so many categories it'll take most of the game to tell you all of them. He has easily been the top pitcher, the most consistent pitcher, as Jalen Ford takes a strike, 0-1. He actually pitched in a key spot against UAB on Tuesday, a win for Alabama State, and gave up a hit that allowed the tying run to score, but otherwise he has been maybe not perfect, but he's been very good. He comes in with a 244 earned run average. He is averaging about 9 strikeouts a game. He's got 81 for the season, 22 walks, 1-1, make it 1-2 count. And now a 2-2 count as the curveball is a little bit inside to Jalen Ford. Around the horn for Alabama State, I'll give you that after this pitch, which is popped up left side. Kristen Lopez, the third baseman, gives it a look. It goes out of play. Lopez at third. Kyler McIntosh is the shortstop. Randy Flores at second. Corey King is at first. Jack Hay, Ian Matos, Ali LaPred, your outfielders from left to right. Jamal George behind the plate. 2-2 with 1 out. Pitch upstairs, 3-2. Alabama A&M is basically playing for pride. They are not going to go to the tournament with a 3-20 record. They could win all 6 of their remaining conference games and still finish in at least next to last place. They are 2 games below Mississippi Valley in division play. Liner to center field, and Matos going to have to play it on a hop. So Ford reaches on the first hit of the night. And here's Tommy Easley, the third baseman, batting for the Bulldogs. Again, Alabama State leads the division by 4.5 games over Bethune-Cookman. And again, a combination of 2 wins this weekend or possibly a win and a loss, depending on what Bethune-Cookman does, would clinch the division. And it wouldn't quite clinch the overall top seed, but it would be pretty close for the Hornets. First pitch to Easley is a ball. Next pitch is bounced up there. It gets away from the catcher, George, and that'll allow Jalen Ford to get to second. That'll be a wild pitch. But we don't need to put the cart before the horse. Take care of your business. Continue to win, which is what Alabama State's been doing a lot of late. They have won, I believe, 7 straight. There's a grounder through the hole on the left side for another base hit. Easley will reach. Ford stops at third. So runners at first and third, 1 out, and Blake Martin will bat. And this has kind of been the MO for Melendez for most of his starts in conference play. He usually gets off to a slow start. He's given up most of his runs in the first inning. And he's in danger of doing that here to start this one. His first pitch is low, 1-0. Marlon Reynolds, your umpire behind the plate. Caleb Devier is in the field along with Connor McKenzie, your umpires tonight. 1 out, runners at first and third. The pitch again gets away from George, but not far enough. 2-0. It's a humid day, evening here in Montgomery. Don't know if that means the ball's going to fly out of here or not. There is a chance of rain most of the night. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Currently 82 degrees. With the humidity right at 70%. Dew point right at 70 degrees. So there is rain west of us. Hopefully moving so slow that it won't get to us before we end this one. There's a strike, evening the count at 2-2. Melendez has only allowed 21 runs this year. He'll throw to first to keep Easley close by. Ford and Easley with back-to-back singles after the flyout by Stocking to start this ball game for A&M. Two-two pitch about to be made. Here it is, and it's fouled back. Easley a good hitter, 350 on the year. That leads Alabama A&M. He has 4 home runs. 40 RBIs, also leading the league. Next pitch, fly ball, not very deep. In fact, Matos is going to have to run in, and he can't get there. That one off the end of the bat, and that'll score Ford and give Alabama A&M the early lead. So a bloop single for Martin. That's 3 in a row for A&M. As far as hits are concerned, first and second now, still only 1 out, and Bryson Hammonds is going to hit. And here comes the pitching coach for Alabama State, Branch Claus. We were talking Tuesday night during the broadcast about just the importance of getting your pitching staff ready for tournament play. That was part of the reason why Melendez came in a situation against UAB. He came in with the go-ahead, and not the go-ahead, but the tying runs on base, and he was not able to get the out before he allowed those 2 runs to score. You don't expect to have to use him in that situation. He also started, he being Vasquez, the head coach for Alabama State, Luis Rodriguez, who had made 1 other start so far this year, and he did well. He went 3 innings and did not give up a run. He only gave up a hit. Here we go, 1 out, runners at first and second, and they're off with the pitch, and it's fouled back. Good idea by A&M to run on that pitch. Nobody's expecting it, but Hammond spoiled it as he fouled it out of play. 0-1 the count. Hammond's the left fielder, batting .209. The 0-1. Foul back the same way, 0-2. Parker is on deck, followed by Mervelis. Hornets have not lost a home conference game. Actually, hadn't lost a conference game in about a month. Another foul back out of play, 0-2. Like Melendez's fastball is up a little bit right now. And I don't care what league you're in, if you live up there, you're going to die. That's usually the way it goes. Still an 0-2 count. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Jamal George. Count still 1-2. Melendez leads this league in several categories. Seems like we say that every week. ZRA's actually gone up a little bit at 244. It was right around 210 earlier. There goes the runners again. Ball, throw down is in time. Did he make the tag? He did. That's only 2 outs, and the runners, is that 3? Did I miss something? Oh, I'm sorry. It was strike 3. I missed that part. So it was a strike 'em out, throw 'em out to end the inning. A&M does get a run. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1. We'll be back to Wheeler Watkins in a minute.
That'll do it for the top of the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was 1 run, 3 hits, no errors with 1 left on base. Yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you don't know. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, for more information on Alabama State Athletics, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Alabama State Sports and like us on Facebook. For more information on Alabama State Baseball, follow us on Twitter at Alabama State TV. You can also visit AlabamaStateSports.com for rosters, bios, stats, and so much more.
Bulldogs get on the board in the top of the first inning with a run. They do it on 3 hits. Could have been worse, as had a runner thrown out at third. So that's where we start off this bottom half of the first inning. Here's the lineup. It hasn't changed, to be quite honest. Randy Flores will lead off, followed by Kyler McIntosh, the shortstop. Ian Montos bats third. Jack Hay, the number 4 hitter. Ali LaPred batting 5th. Corey King, the first baseman, batting 6th. Kristen Lopez is the third baseman, batting 7th. Trent Jamison is batting 8th. And Jamal George is the catcher, batting 9th. And they face Tyler Campbell in the plate, a left-hander on the plate. As the first pitch to Flores is a ball inside, 1-0. Campbell is a 1-3 pitcher, and the grounder to first will be the first out. Flores is out. Campbell, 13 appearances, 3 starts. Only pitched 44 innings. Again, a 1-3 record. He has 25 strikeouts, 13 walks. And this should be good news for ASU. He is allowing a batting average of .355 against opposing hitters. Again, a .645 earned run average. Kyler McIntosh at the plate, a 1-0 count. And he pops the next pitch in foul ground, right side. First baseman is over. And he caught it. It was out of my view. I couldn't see it. So McIntosh is out. 2 quick outs, and here's Ian Montos. Montos bats with nobody on and 2 outs. And takes a pitch for a strike. Montos, .356 hitter. 9 home runs, 39 runs driven in. Takes a pitch, and that hit him.
That was a foul too. That was a foul too.
So that'll put a runner on here with 2 outs. And Jack Hay will bat. Must have clipped his elbow pad. Well, we'll take it. Jack Hay, the batter. Jack hitting .355. Working from the left-hand side of the plate. Lefty versus lefty. First pitch is a ball. Okay, with 9 home runs. 51 runs driven in. Next pitch to him is a strike, 1-1. Just to give you an idea of what this team is doing offensively. They lead the conference 17 offensive stats and pitching categories. They are top 20 in, this is nationally, in hits, doubles, runs, and runs per game. In hits, they're 3rd overall in the country. 3-1 now the count to Hay. Ollie LaPrette is on deck. He'd like a chance here to knock in a run if Hay can reach. Matos at first. He was hit by a pitch with 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. Strike. Hay was ready to flip the bat away, but he's called back. 3-2 the count. Hay, the left fielder, waiting for the 3-2 pitch. Matos takes off and he hammers it, but foul. Got a little ahead of that off-speed pitch. We'll do it again, 3-2. There goes Matos again, and there goes another foul ball. Alabama A&M has not won a game since April 21st when they beat Jackson State. Grounded to short. They'll go the long way to pick up the out. Low throw picked out of the ground by Martindale in the inning. Nothing doing for the Hornets. They get a runner. We played an inning. 1-0. A&M.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alabama State Athletic Department is excited to announce their partnership with Southern Orthopedic Surgeons. Southern Orthopedic is now the official orthopedic partner of Alabama State Athletics, with 6 locations to serve you in the River region. Call 334-613-9000 today for any of your orthopedic needs. Southern Orthopedics, here for the go-getters. Right fielder number 20, Jalen Parker.
Jalen Parker's going to lead off for the Bulldogs here at the top of the second. A 1-0 Alabama A&M lead. Parker to be followed by Mervelis and then Tribbett. First pitch from Melendez is on the corner for a strike. Just to give you an idea what kind of season Alabama A&M has had, they have lost 15 of their last 16 games. That includes non-conference games. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Parker. Their wins against conference opponents, as a fastball is wasted outside, 1-2. Jackson State back on the 22nd of April. They beat Jackson State 2 out of 3 in their first series in conference play way back in March. 2-2 the count. And there's a foul tip, strike 3. Parker down on strikes.
Shortstop number 2, C.J. Mervelis.
Here's C.J. Mervelis. So a win, quite frankly, by Alabama A&M this weekend would be a huge upset. They have not won in quite a while. First pitch is a ball in the dirt, 1-0. Next pitch is a fastball on the corner, 1-1. Marvel is hitting below the Mendoza line, 196. Do they still call it that? Most people don't even know who Mendoza is anymore. Any takers on that? No? No? There's a pop-up in the infield. Lopez says he's got it. 2 down. I got some funny looks when I said that. That's why I asked the question. Fred Sinkton knows what the Melendez name is, or the not Melendez, Mendoza line. Sorry. That's exactly right. He is a former Seattle Mariner who never hit above 200 in his entire career in the major leagues, which lasted about 3 or 4 years, believe it or not. Jared Trevette is the batter, the catcher for A&M. 1-0 the count. Next pitch, line, base hit. 4th hit of the game for A&M. 2 down, and here is Chevalier Doris.
Number 1, Chevalier Doris.
Doris hitting 220. This team does not have a very high batting average. In fact, they are almost the opposite when it comes to stats. They're near the bottom in just about everything in this league. But they've looked pretty good so far. They've got 4 hits against the number 1 pitcher in the league. First pitch swung on, missed. 249 as a team. 17 home runs. That's not a lot of power. The 0-1 just off the plate. Their leading hitter is Tommy Easley, the third baseman. He is the only player on their team over 300. The 1-1, low, 2-1. 2 outs. We're in the second. 1-0 Alabama A&M. Scored a run on 3 consecutive hits to start the game. 2 outs though here in the second. Next pitch swung on, missed. 2-2. I didn't look to see if we've got scouts tonight. I'm sure we probably do. Runner goes on the 2-2 and pitches a ball, and George can't get a handle of it, so a stolen base for Trevette. That's his 6th stolen base of the year. And a 3-2 count. Pitch, swung on, miss. And that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for A&M. They get a runner and nothing else. 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Hornets, right fielder number 19, Aduiio.
Well, they've opened the gummy worms here in the press box. That could be bad news for me. If you hear me gargling my words a little bit, that's probably why. 1-0 our score here as we go to the bottom of the second, and it's A&M on top, believe it or not. Ollie LaPred will lead off. Corey King is on deck. He'll be followed by Kristen Lopez the first three. And the first pitch from Campbell is a strike, 0-1. LaPred has been hot as a firecracker. Missed a few games due to an injury, but has come back and took over the lead on the team in home runs. He's got 12. He's batting .441 for the season. That leads the team. The 1-1, he hits one back behind the plate, 1-2. But the fact is, there's really not a easy out in this lineup, as evidenced by their stats. Exactly opposite of what A&M has. There is a called strike three. Good pitch by Tyler Campbell, 1 out. Campbell is on fire here to start, although that's his first strikeout. And he is locating well, at least at the moment. And here's Corey King. King hitting .277. Takes the first pitch for a ball, but the next one hit the third. Nice gobble up by Easley. Over to first for the out. Two quick outs, and Kristen Lopez will bat. Lopez was a candidate for Player of the Week this week after a solid week last week. That's a lot of the word week in one sentence. Batting .309 for the year. 5 home runs. First pitch is a strike. Boy, Campbell is on target, at least so far. The 0-1. Grounder through. First hit of the night for Alabama State. And like the first inning, they get their first base runner of the inning. And here's Trent Jamison. Jamison, a .336 hitter. He's got 5 home runs. There are 2 outs. 1-0 Alabama A&M. First hit of the night for Alabama State, and the first pitch is a strike to Jamison, the designated hitter. Campbell came in with a .645 earned run average, but he doesn't look like it. Fastball is inside. 1-1 the count. The 1-1, grounded to third, but foul. So he's in the hole 1-2. You want a shot at getting this offense out. It's better to stay ahead in the count, which is what Campbell is here. His next pitch, grounded to second. The second baseman, Stocking, was playing near the bag, but he'll get to that slow roller and throw out Jamison to end the inning. First hit of the night for ASU comes to nothing. 1-0, A&M on top.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors with 1 left on base.
1-0 our score as we start the third inning. Chandler Stockton will lead off for Alabama A&M. He is the top of the order. One run on 4 hits for A&M, no runs on a hit for Alabama State. Slow start for them offensively. Melendez serves up a pitch that served foul, out of play by Stocking, 0-1. Pitch from Melendez is on the corner. It's 0-2. ASU in their what has become their traditional Friday black uniforms with gold pinstripes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Difficult numbers to read. How about that? 1-2 the count. Next pitch is a slider that stays up, 2-2. Nobody out here in the third. Stocking swings and misses, strike 3. Third strikeout for Melendez.
Designated hitter number 7, Jalen Ford.
And Jalen Ford will bat, who got everything started in the first inning with a single and came around to score the game's only run. He bats from the left side and takes a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Well, we've said it time and time again, and we'll see if it happens again tonight, but you better get Melendez early because he has been pretty solid from about inning 2 to 9. Another call strike. That one might have been a check swing, 0-2. The 0-2. Off the plate just a bit. Marlon Reynolds said it was a ball, 1-2. Next pitch is on the corner, strike 3. Ford didn't think so, doesn't matter, 2 outs.
Third baseman number 4, Tommy Easley.
And here's Tommy Easley. Easley with a single in the first inning. Again, Easley leads this team in hitting at .350. It is really a disparity in as far as the batting for this team. There's a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 on the corner, 1-2. You got Easley batting .347, Blake Martin at .288, Stocking at .286, and then everybody else is below .270. Now, this is an interesting move. I believe that's the head coach, Elliott Jones, having a chat with Tommy Easley. Elliott Jones is not coaching at third base like a lot of head coaches do. He's actually in the dugout. And that's considered a visit / timeout. So a 1-2 count on Easley, and the pitch just missed. Melendez was headed to the dugout. He'll have to go back. 2-2. I'm sure Easley's comment to the coach was, hey, this guy's the best pitcher in the league. Why are you talking to me now? 2-2. Foul back. One to nothing our score. A&M on top. We're in the top of the third. The 2-2 pitch upstairs with a fastball. It'll make it full count. He's had a couple of those already tonight. So a payoff pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 4. Rare walk for Melendez.
First baseman, number 25, Blake Martin.
That'll give Blake Martin a chance to hit here in the third inning. That's the first walk of the night for Omar. There are 2 outs. Easily leads from first. The pitch upstairs, 1-0. Coming in, Melendez only had 22 walks in 77 innings pitched. He'll throw to first. And Easley's back. Martin will be followed by Hammonds. There are 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Swung to a fastball. By the way, Melendez is just a sophomore, if you didn't know that. He hails from Puerto Rico, played at Leadership Christian High School. The 1-1. Fly ball to right. LaPred's going to have to run it down, and he's not going to get there. It gets to the wall. Let's see if Easley can score. Looks like he will. Martin's going to go for 3, and he's going to make it. So a 2-out triple. Plates Tommy Easley, and it's 2-0 Alabama A&M. It's got everybody kind of wondering, scratching their head. So 2-out work done by the Bulldogs here in the third inning to add a run to their lead, and here is Bryson Hammond. The pitch is a strike. Well, here's the interesting part about this, and I'm not making any predictions, but the last loss for Alabama State was way back in April, early April, and it was against Mississippi Valley, which is the team just ahead of Alabama A&M. In fact, that win right now is what has them ahead of A&M, keeping them out of last place. It is 0-2 now, the count on Hammonds. And that was here in town, and there's another base hit, and that's going to score another run. Back-to-back hits after a walk, a 2-out walk, and it's 3-0. Bryson Hammonds, a .209 hitter, with his 12th RBI of the year. Jalen Parker at the plate. That's why you can't take anything for granted. It's a big cut. Comes up empty, 0-1. The 0-1, low. Hornets need to shake the nest up a little bit here in this early part of the game 1 of this series. 1-1, the pitch. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. George's throw is not in time. Just ahead of the throw is Hammonds for the stolen base. Give him 4 of those for the year. Another runner in scoring position. All of this trouble with 2 outs. He struck out. Melendez did the first 2 batters of the inning. Next pitch, a little bit high. He is just missing on the outside part of the plate on a lot of these pitches. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. 2 runs in. The pitch. There's a call, strike 3 to end the inning. But A&M puts 2 more on the board to add to their lead. They do it on a couple of hits, and they leave a runner. 3-0 Bulldogs in the third.
2 hits, no errors with 1 left on base. Hornet fans, it's time for the third innings Vegas Law Firm's 3 for Me challenge. For every 1 home run or triple in the bottom of the third inning, Vegas will toss 3 t-shirts into the ground. Vegas Law Firm and Alabama State baseball is always a hit. Leading off for the Hornets, catcher number 14, Jamal George.
Well, a little bit of a surprise here at Wheeler Watkins. Alabama A&M with a 3-0 lead over Alabama State. We start at the bottom of the third with Jamal George leading off, then back to the top of the order with Randy Flores. And then Kyler McIntosh. Tyler Campbell is matching, in fact, pitching a little bit better than his counterpart, Melendez. Pitch is grounded a short. High throw, but a tag made by Martin for the out.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Hornets, second baseman number 1.
1 out, and here's Flores. They only have 1 hit so far. That was from Tristan Lopez in the second inning. Flores a ground out his first time up. Back to the pitcher. First pitch to him is a strike. Campbell, this is just his 4th start of the year. 1-1 now the count on Flores. But he's in a groove right now. There is a check swing and a foul ball. It was picked up right at the plate. So 1-2 the count. So Flores working from the left side of the plate, has a 1-2 count. Next pitch popped up. Will it stay in play on the third base side? Easily gives way, and now it will end up in the bullpen of Alabama State. It'll be foul ball. And that one wasn't a very aggressive swing from Flores either. Still a 1-2 count. The pitch. Another one foul back. I'll give Campbell credit. He's throwing strikes. When you're playing a team that hits as well as this Alabama State team does, you want to challenge them, but in a smart way. The 1-2 in the dirt. It's 2-2. Two and two. Here's the pitch. Popped up in the infield. Stocking racing in. It'll be the first baseman, though, Martin, to make the catch. 2 out. For whatever reason, ASU not getting very good swings right now. They really haven't hit one ball hard. I've hit a couple foul that went pretty hard, but otherwise not much doing here for ASU. And here's McIntosh. He'll take a ball, 1-0. This will be the second time through the order, though. Let's see how that works out for Tyler Campbell, the A&M starter. The 1-0 pitch. Hard line drive, but picked by Mervelis at short. Throws it across. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. ASU finds itself down 3-0 after 3 innings. We'll be back.
None left on base. Shortstop number 2, CJ Mervelis.
The Hornets find themselves trailing after 3 innings, 3-0 to Alabama A&M. CJ Mervelis will lead off for the Bulldogs. He'll be followed by Jared Tribbett and then Chevalier Doris against Omar Melendez, who's given up 6 hits in the first 3 innings. He's got an even count on Mervelis. That one got a piece of George behind the plate. I'll give him a minute to shake it off. Melendez hasn't necessarily pitched that poorly. It's just that the Bulldogs have been swinging a pretty good bat so far. Timely hits to go along with it. Next pitch is fouled third base side. 1-2 the count. All the damage done by A&M for the most part has been with 2 outs. The 1-2 didn't get enough of the plate apparently. 2-2. So we'll try a 2-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Mervelis down on strikes. 7 strikeouts for Melendez. And here is Tribbett, who singled and stole a base in the second inning. Takes a strike, 0-1. Loses his bat on that swing and goes to the backstop. It's 0-2 now. You could tell A&M's just got a nothing to lose attitude. They're out there playing loose. Would love to upset the apple cart for the Hornets. And there is a foul ball again off of Jamal George, and he crumples to the ground. I don't know where that hit him, but it hurt. Trainers are going to come out and look. It's been that kind of night so far for the Hornets. They tend to Jamal. We'll take a look at the schedule this weekend for the conference. Alcorn State is playing Southern. Prairie View and Texas Southern are playing in Prairie View this weekend. Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M down in Tallahassee. Grambling is at Arkansas Pine Bluff. And of course this series here, Alabama State and Alabama A&M. George still trying to shake it off. I think that might have caught him on the part of the leg. There have been issues with rain all week. We hope to not have any here, but it has caused postponements. Southern and Alcorn, apparently that game tonight's already been called off. It's like Jamal is okay, and we'll get back to action here. An 0-2 count on Tribbett. The pitch popped up to center, not very deep. Matos will bring it in for the second out. 2 quick outs, and here is Doris.
Number 1, Doris.
Doris, a strikeout victim in his first at bat. Melendez pitches and throws a pitch low. A&M got started in the first inning. They got a single from Blake Martin to score a run. There's a grounder through, actually knocked down by McIntosh, but he won't have a play. Infield single for Doris. And Chandler Stocking will bat with a runner on at 2 out. Bulldogs added 2 more in the third with 2 outs. They got a walk and a triple that scored easily. And then Hammonds drove in another run for our 3-0 score. 7 hits now for A&M. From the stretch, pitches in the dirt, 1-0. Melendez, I have to say, he's not pitching poorly, but it does seem to be a little bit out of sorts, particularly when he's had to work out of the stretch, which is what he's having to do here. The 1-0. It will not be made. Throw to first. Keeping an eye on the weather. There's a large amount of rain west of us. Hopefully it's not going to get here for a little while. Another throw over to first and back in time. 1-0 pitch, check swing. It doesn't matter. It's a strike. 1-1. It is already up to 84 pitches. We're only in the 4th inning. There goes the runner. The pitch is high, and the runner is in, and it goes past second base, and he'll end up at third. Stolen base and then a throwing error on the catcher. Stolen base E2, runner at third. And a 2-1 count on Stocking, with a chance to drive in another run. They have been running tonight, has Alabama A&M. That is their, I believe, their 3rd stolen base already. Did they just, what was that? Did they call a, I know they didn't call a balk. The runner is still at third, but what did they call? First base umpire. And now they're going to get together and discuss it. The umpires are. Who's my first base umpire there? Fred Sinkton. Caleb Devier is the first base umpire. And I'm not sure what this is about. Still having a chat are the umpires. And now they're pulling everybody off the field. This must be a lightning delay. Is that what I'm thinking? That is what we're thinking. And I don't know if that had anything to do with the reason that the first base umpire, Caleb Devier, came over to the other umpires. But apparently now we are going to get a delay due to a lightning situation. And basically how that works is if there's lightning in the area, what is I believe it's got to be a 10 to 20 mile radius. And they are pulling everybody off the field. Very interesting. So that means we've got a delay here. And it comes just after 7 o'clock. I do hear thunder. I don't know if that's that close by or not, but whatever the case, we're in a rain delay or a weather delay, so we'll take a break. It is 3-0. Alabama A&M on top, and they have a runner at third with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. We'll step aside and come back as soon as we are back to action. So continue to watch here on the Hornets Sports Network.